Hey, peace, girlfriends, peace. This is Angela Jordan Perry, Girlfriends Guide to Homeschooling, and it is that time. It's that time for another live interview. As you know, I come to you 3 times a week, Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I come to you on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then again, I come to you on Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome. Hopefully everything will work out for us now this time around. There she is. Yes. Beautiful. All right. I'm not All right. We cleared up.
Yeah, I think
Are
so.
we clear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to share this feed onto Girlfriends Guide to Homeschooling page. And then from there, if you would share it, if you want to do that now, or you can do it later.
Okay.
And then you can share it into whatever groups you like to share it into. So give me just one more second, or let's say 10 seconds. And then it'll be shared. All right. Okay, there it is. You can share it. You should see it. Refresh your Girlfriends Guide to Homeschooling page and then share it onto your page and then into any groups. Hi there, Kay. Welcome. Hi, LaShonda. Welcome. You all ladies, you girlfriends, let us know where you're viewing us from. That would be great to know. Love to get a consensus or idea of where everyone is. Hey there, everyone, all you girlfriends, let us know where you're viewing us from. Hey, Travero. Oh, yes, great. Good you get to see this interview. Let us know where you're viewing us from. If this is your first time seeing Girlfriends Guide to Homeschooling, hit a 1 below. If this is what you do and you pop on all the time, hit a 2 below, okay? Because we are about to get started. Did you share already?
Yeah, I shared before we started.
Uh, okay, all right, very good. All right, well, here we go. Let me do our countdown.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Girlfriends, it's Guide to Homeschooling. I am turned up for another interview. This is an interview with a beautiful queen that's coming up, and I will tell you all about her. Her name is Mariana Martin. But first, just let me let you know what this is all about when you're looking at two beautiful melanated queens in your Facebook feed, and you're wondering what in the world is going on. Well, this is Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry, and I am Angela Jordan Perry, the host of this show. This platform is to give voice to those of the African homeschooling diaspora. To say hashtag we homeschool too. Our children are thriving, they are doing well, we are making it happen, we are educating our own children. So just a little bit about myself. Again, I am Angela Jordan Perry. I am a homeschool mom of 18 years to 8 children, 3 of which we have graduated already and 5 we have left. And my husband and I of 26 years, along with our children, we make our home in the northwestern part of the state of South Carolina, where we are self-sustaining farmers, okay? So we're in this beautiful foothills area, beautiful view of the mountains, and I'm a madam farmer who's gone vegan, so figure that out. Unique connection here. But addition to that, my purpose-driven life is to make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers worldwide. I do that in part right here on Girlfriends Guide to Homeschooling, and then our podcast, Girlfriends Chat. So if you're not connected to that, go look on any of your podcasts and go ahead and follow, like, share, whatever you need to do, connect. So every time a new podcast post, which I have one coming today, it should be released today. Every time a podcast is released, you're going to get the notification. So that's Girlfriends Chat with Angela Jordan Perry. And then also I do this in part, my positive impacts, is my desire to make this positive impact. I do also through educating Our Own. Okay, that's a new platform. If you're looking to homeschool, you're new to homeschooling, or you're seasoned homeschooling, that's going to give you all the resources from A to Z to make it happen. Anywhere from all the how-tos, teaching specific subjects, how to be a mom running your own business, how to, mental health, how to stay fit, nutrition, and homeschooling, all things where you're going to see us as melanated people represented, given voice through village elders. So go over there and find out about that at www.eduourown.com. Also on Facebook is Educating Our Own. So that's a little bit about me. I also serve in the state of South Carolina, I should say. So if any of you are here in the state of South Carolina desiring to homeschool or are homeschooling, I am an Option 3 Accountability Association director and owner. So that means I provide legal rights. I give you legal rights to homeschool in this state, okay? So if you want to homeschool, you got to do it legally, and I give you that right to do that, okay? So that's just a little bit about me. But other than that, Mariana, are you ready to make it happen?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay, very good. Well, girlfriends, let me tell you about this beautiful queen over here. Okay. This is Mariana, you told me what it
Mariana.
Mariana Martin is a home educator. She has been inspiring children since she was in college as a preschool teacher, but now inspires the children in her own home. Mariana enjoys painting and cooking as a hobby. Partner with her husband, they continue to grow their thriving produce business while home educate their children. With 3 children to raise, a business on the rise, and simply enjoying life, there is never a dull moment nor a quiet house. So, Mariana, I have told the girlfriends just a little bit about you. If you will please share anything else about yourself you'd like us to know. And then also, how did you get started in your homeschooling journey?
Well, you covered, I think, a lot of the basics about me per se. We started a produce business last year. It's more so my husband's business. I just kind of help him with it. And we just kind of sell fruit that we buy at wholesale to people who can't get it locally and to different businesses around our area. We've been homeschooling for about 3 years now. And it basically started when we couldn't find the right fit at private, charter, and public school here in Indianapolis, Indiana, for our eldest child who is in 3rd grade. And so I have a background in education, so I said, why not? I should just go for it. And we haven't been back since. We love it. There are definitely like challenging days, challenging moments, of course, but it really fits our lifestyle and, our family.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to have you say that again because your phone was kind of breaking up quite a bit. So you
Oh,
said
okay.
that, yeah, you said that you all actually got started because you started with private, charter, public. What, tell us again your reason how you got started or why?
We started in private when Lily was in like preschool, and then we just couldn't afford it once she got to kindergarten. So then we tried public school, and that didn't work out, and then we tried charter school, and that didn't work out. Just for different reasons. It just wasn't a good fit for our family. And so then, because I have a background in education, I felt, well, I could possibly do this myself. And we've tried it, and it's been working ever since.
Yeah. How long have you been homeschooling and how old are your children? What's the ages?
About 3 years. Lily, who's our oldest, is 9, and Violet is our middle child, and she just turned 7 this summer. And our youngest is Bella, who is 3, and they're all three
Okay.
years apart.
Perfectly. 9, 7, and 3. Okay. And so, how was it when you actually got started? I mean, did you had this education degree behind you? Was that a big help in the process of getting started, or was it a hindrance to you starting homeschooling?
um, It probably was a hindrance because if you already know, I'm sure homeschooling is completely different than teaching, 20, 30 different kids. Um, you have to hold yourself accountable for their education. That's like the number one thing. There are distractions throughout the house that you have to kind of deal with. So we started out really just focusing on teaching Lily, and then Violet became interested, and then Bella came along, and we do things a little differently. We have a eclectic style of schooling to begin with, so we take a little bit from different styles of teaching and just try to make it our own, without putting too much pressure.
Yeah. So over that time, so you said it was your education background was a little bit more of a hindrance, maybe to what you were doing. So was the beginning of what was the beginning stages like where you're like, yes, I got this, or did you feel like this is an utter disaster? What am I doing? I mean, how was it?
I think I was micromanaging the girls way too much. I had a chart and a checklist for everything they did. I kind of forgot the importance of learning, which is through play at their age at the time.
Mhm.
And so I just walked around with my clipboard, like checking things off lists, micromanaging everybody, stressing everyone out, including myself. And through the years, I've learned to like let go and just let them enjoy learning, as they're playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. So now what is your homeschooling days? What do they look like now when but 9, 7, and 3? So tell us give us a snapshot of a few days in the week.
Typically, we're off right now. We'll start again in September. But typically, through a normal school year, Monday through Thursday are our big days where we try to get as much of our core lessons done. So, normally every other day we will alternate math and language arts, and then there's time to do like nature walks or nature studies, art. My daughter took up private viola lessons for a while, and she gave that up, but we do that as well. Just different things. I try to shorten up the day with not so much book work, worksheet type of sit down work, and it's more of they kind of lead me on what they want to learn. So if they saw something that was super interesting, we'll kind of focus on that. Maybe it's a day that I just read to them for a couple hours. That
Yeah.
that works too.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That sounds cool. So now, in 3 years of it, do you feel like you have a nice, smooth, groove of things? It's a little bit laid back. You're not so micromanaging. What, what is it? How's the atmosphere and energy now?
I mean, there are definitely times where I'm like, okay, what am I doing? But for the most part, I feel more confident in myself that I won't ruin them. Like, I'm not going to ruin them. Like, they'll be okay. Like, if we don't get to that lesson, there's always tomorrow. There's always next week. There's still so little. And I don't put so much pressure on myself anymore. And I don't try to, like, prove myself to other people who might doubt that this isn't the right decision that we've decided to make. I focus on making sure that they're learning and that they're having a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful. I know that your situation is a little unique. Did you also tell me that during the course of your studies, you all had to take a time or a break or something to give care to one of your girls who were going through some challenges with health?
Yeah, last summer our oldest child Lily, she got sick, and we like unexpectedly sick, and at first we didn't know what to do, and that did create a lot of chaos for us because here we are, really newly homeschooling because we had only been doing it for about 2 years at that point. And we were dealing with a child that was going through memory loss and other health
Mm.
concerns and health things, and very new to us. Um, so at first I was trying to like make up for lost time, and I was just like running around like, okay, we have to redo this, we have to redo that. And then I just kind of remember that the reason why we homeschool is because of the flexibility. Like here in Indiana, the rules are so laid back and relaxed that really, if you are just doing your homeschool for 180 days, that's all you really have to do. So I took that advantage of that and just said, you know what, when she's ready, we will get back into the swing of things. And we need to focus on her health first and then come back to this. So
Mhm.
I just really just stopped stressing about things I had no control over.
Yeah, I mean, that's serious. And she's doing better now?
She is doing somewhat better. We don't still have a whole lot of answers, so it really is an ongoing thing. But it's not as big of a deal. It's because it's been a year now, so we're able and better equipped to deal with it and handle the situation and give her as much of a normal life, that we can give her.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, this takes us to one of my favorite questions I like to ask, because this question humanizes all of us in homeschooling. When someone else is like, "Oh my goodness, they homeschool, they must be, goddesses or something like that," and we say no, we're homeschooling, and some days we want to quit. So, Mariana, take us to this day in your homeschooling this past 3 years, where it's so bad you wanted to quit. You're thinking, I cannot do this. I'm over it. I'm done. I gotta give them to someone else, put them in school, and you almost quit, but you didn't. And this is why you this amazing homeschool mom that you are, 3 years later.
Probably about 2 years ago, I can remember we lived in a different house and we were moving to the house that we're in now. And so we're in the process of moving, and Lily had gained this habit of not wanting to do anything or whatever. So I was dealing with that, and then I had Bella, who had been playing in her diaper. I don't know how else to say that. And Violet, who had like spilled like just glitter and glue, like she was creating something, she said, and it was just, the house was just chaotic. And I'm like, what did I sign up for? Like, what is this? But it's moments like that where they're really tough and they're really hard, and if you can get through them, then it makes it all worth it, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah. Well, take us contrastly to the day where this most memorable day where you feel like, yes, this is all worth it, right? This is why I do what I do, and this is why I signed up for what I signed up. Take us to that memorable day.
um I don't know if I remember the day per se, but Lily is a late reader, and I remember when she just started to like pick up on it and just started to like love reading, and I was like, aha, like yes, finally. And she loves to read. I cannot get that girl to put the book down. So just watching her read, and now Violet, she can read now too. Just seeing them, learn like from, knowing their ABCs to now they can read, and things like that. Just seeing their growth really, I feel like okay, I'm doing an okay job because they're growing in some aspects.
Right, right. That's beautiful. And that's always a good feeling, especially where when your first one takes a while to read and you're like, you
Yeah.
don't have any comparison. For me, my first one started reading like, I mean, very fluent at 4. And then came my son, who didn't start reading until he was like 7 and 8. And I thought, oh my gosh, what is going on? So I can imagine your first one, you're like, okay, I am not doing a good job. And for them to get it, it's like, yes.
Yeah.
My son was like that, and then he became an avid reader, and his punishment was, which is not a good punishment now, I know, as this kind of mom, is not a good punishment to take away their reading. Like, I'm taking away your book. So that was his punishment all the time. So, all right. So very good. Let me just transition before we transition to the second part of the show. All of you girlfriends are on here. Let me give a shout out. Hey, thank you, Nyla, for jumping in here, and Jude, hi there. Tammy, welcome, and Regina, hey. Denise, thanks for joining in. And this is an interview with Mariana. Martin out of Indianapolis, Indiana. I hope I keep saying your name right
You
because
are.
I have a friend. Okay, good. She is in Spain, and most of you don't know I lived in Spain for 3 years, and I speak Spanish. And I keep wanting to say it a different way, and I have to make myself say it right. So if I say it wrong, please forgive me. But Mariana, yes?
Yes.
Yes, Mariana. Okay. But all right, so this part of our show, girlfriends, this is where Mariana, I will ask you questions, where you just to pick your brain. You can give us quick answers. But before we jump into that part of the show, all of you girlfriends, hit the share button. Just take a moment, hit the share button and get it out to those who are either homeschooling. You never know if they need some encouragement, some direction, some encouragement, or what have you on their journey to homeschooling. And then if this is your first time jumping on, please put a one, drop a one down below. And this is, if you're used to these interviews and you love them and you keep coming back, drop a two down below so I can know who our viewers are. I would love to connect with you and chat with you in just a little bit. And Mariana would do the same. If you have any questions for her, ask them and I will go ahead and pass them on to Mariana. And we can, if we have time, she can answer them, okay? All right, so Mariana, what is your favorite quote or mantra that keeps you through this homeschooling journey?
Um, let's see. I I think the one where it says practice makes progress and not perfection.
Hmm,
I really like that quote.
like it. Yes, practice makes progress and not perfection. I love it. And that's you hear the opposite often. Um, Practice makes perfect. That's what we hear all the time. And you say, no, it makes progress, not perfect. I like that. Do you plan to homeschool your girls all the way through to the end, whatever that end is?
Right now, probably just elementary and possibly middle school. They'll definitely go to high school though.
Okay. Is it a reason why you feel that? Do you have a particular insights for the girlfriends to consider?
It's just their request that they want to go to high school. They
Okay.
might change their mind, I don't know, but Lily has expressed interest in high school.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, cool. That's great that they know that they
Yeah.
had that in their mind already. That's neat. What is something that's unique to the Martins homeschool that you all do maybe every day or once a year or something that's unique that you do and say this is the Martins homeschool tradition?
Um, well, after kindergarten, the girls get to have a graduation. So I don't know if everybody does that, but we go out to eat and we celebrate their kindergarten year.
Is it a graduation that you all put on or
Yeah. It's in our house. I mean, our family comes over and we go out to eat or something. I would say our extended family is very involved in their education and in their lives, period. So I think that's kind of unique as well.
yeah, that's cool. That's neato. So this is something that just your family does, do a little graduation and then go out and celebrate?
Yes.
Oh, that's neat. That is
Yeah.
unique. That's very unique. I don't do that. So that's
Oh,
cool. Um, what is the best piece of advice that you have received on this homeschool journey, Mariana?
one of my homeschool friends, um, I don't want to say her real name, but her like Facebook, YouTube name is Mocha Mommy. She told me to just keep going at it. Like don't give up. Like don't listen to the naysayers. Like you've got this. And I don't know if there's anything in particular she's ever told me, but she just has always really encouraged me. And she has, I believe, 10 kids, and she has some that are in college and have graduated from college. So I really like listening to the women who have had kids, transition from high school to college. And I just really admire women like her and yourself, because it gives me hope that, okay, this is the end goal.
Yes. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Very good. What is your favorite book or, maybe homeschool book or any kind of book or resource that you have in your homeschool library that you feel like every African homeschooling family should have?
Oh, I I don't know if I can think of just one book per se, but teaching correct history is really big to me. So I will never buy curriculum or any books that paint history in a flawed or, I don't know, pretty way, because it's, I mean, if you're really teaching history, it's not pretty. It gets ugly, and that's just the truth. Of course, within reason, because my kids are still kind of young, but I
Yeah.
never like sugarcoat history at all. So not any particular book, but I definitely don't show them books where it paints that sort of light.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Um, if you all are not, if you're familiar or not, I don't necessarily, I don't know the right word to say. I don't endorse it, but I do have a recommendation for a great history book. I mean, there's many you can get to individual books and read in the library, but the Young People's Guide to History, I think that's the title of the Young People's History. Maybe
Yes.
that's what it is. Are you familiar with that, Mariana?
Yes, I just learned about that on the other podcast earlier this
Okay.
week. And so it's in my Amazon cart. I'm going to grab that one.
Yeah, yeah, I highly recommend that. That's an excellent resource. One of my interviewees, or she was on the podcast this week, I can't remember,
Hmm.
but she mentioned it, and I was like, yes, that's excellent because they don't paint it beautiful.
Right.
My kids left with a history lesson in tears and thought that is just so horrible. How could they do that? I mean, so it really paints the truth of it for all from an oppressed position. So for Africans, for Native Americans, and for women. We were the most oppressed groups in that time in history. So that's a great book. I think it's by Howard Zinn is the name, Zinn. So yeah. Do you have a favorite online resource or app or something like that you can suggest to the girlfriends?
Really YouTube. YouTube has so many resources that I don't know a lot of people know about, but we do like yoga from off of YouTube. We do different watercolor art assignments from YouTube, and I just type in what I'm looking for, and normally there's a channel devoted just to that one subject. So I really like YouTube a lot.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, Mariana, we're on the last question, the $1 million question. So, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, so here it is. If you had to start all over again to day one of your homeschooling journey, but you have your current wisdom, knowledge, skills, insights, convictions, what would be the first thing you would be sure to implement this time around? Or what would you certainly be sure not to do or be doing in your homeschooling journey this new time around?
Probably not giving a 4 year old a checklist. That would probably be something I would not do now. Um, and just being more patient. That's just the kind of person I am anyway. I'm very impatient. I have type A personality, so I don't give myself a lot of grace. And if I could redo this with all the knowledge I know now, I would give myself more grace. And my kids more grace too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is there anything that you would, those are things that you would definitely not do. Is there anything that you'd be sure to do? I mean, maybe that goes hand in hand. Anything else that you'd be like, I will make sure I do it this way?
Um, I'm one thing I feel like I've always done is just learn with my kids. I think that's the most rewarding thing about homeschooling is if there's ever a lesson you don't remember or were never taught, you get to pick it up with him. So
Mhm.
every year I just learn more and more with him. So that's something I would always keep the same.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. All right, very good, Mariana. Thank you so much for sharing it, all that. Listen, any last words of advice you want to share with the girlfriends? And then also let us know what you're involved in. Where do you have your hands in so that we can come and support you as a village?
First, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. And everybody for watching, thank you. I was a little nervous to do this, to be honest with you.
You did
um,
great.
I'm on Facebook sometimes, but really Instagram. We post just about every day on Instagram. I think my Instagram name is like my name, just Mariana.L.Martin. I think that's what it is. If not, just Google Mariana Martin. I should pop up. We do have a YouTube channel, but I'm a lazy YouTuber, so I don't post on there a whole lot. But if you decide to check us out, we are 3 and Done on YouTube. And if you live in Indiana and you need some fruit, just, shoot us an email. My husband can hook you up. Indie Fruit King. So yeah, that's about it.
What is it? What is his company name?
The Indie Fruit King.
So INDY and then Fruit King.
Yes.
Okay, great. Is there a website, or is that Facebook? How can they find out more?
Right now, it's just through like a phone call or really email, because we're working on a website right now. We did have a
Okay.
Facebook, but the website is what we need at this point.
Okay.
But for now, that's what we have.
Okay, gotcha. All right, beautiful, beautiful. All right, great. You all be sure to check that out. And is it 3, 1, 2, 3 and done, or the word spelled out 3?
It's just the word spelled out.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right, girlfriends, go check out Mariana at 3 and Done. Although she said she's not doing a lot on YouTube, but
Instagram,
just
yeah,
Instagram,
yeah.
support on Instagram. She's on Instagram, and you can find her there, Mariana.L.Martin, and then also the Indie Fruit King. Find that out. They are a produce company. Hey, support. Go support. Go support. So, girlfriends, listen. As always, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with. In this past hour, you've been hanging out with Mariana Martin out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Another homeschooling queen, just making it happen. 3 years in with 3 beautiful girls. I guess they're done, and that's why it says 3 and done. Is that right? She says she's done. So you all go, continue to connect with positive resources such as Mariana as you have this past hour, because you're going to be the sum, the average of that. Okay, so connect with positive people, and you become that positive resource that others can connect to as well. It's a give and a take, give and a take. So be sure to do that to support our African diasporic community. Is huge. So Mariana, I appreciate you so much. Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschooling appreciates you for taking time out of your life to do this interview, to pour back into our African diaspora community, homeschool community. And so I thank you and appreciate you so much. So thanks so much, Mariana.
No, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, girlfriends, as always, let me tell you, find out more about 3 and Done. Go find the Indie Fruit King and Mariana.L.King on Instagram. Connect with this beautiful homeschooling mom. And then as well, of course, continue to connect with Girlfriends' Guide to Homeschool. Keep sharing, you all. Let's continue to build this village. And then also with Girlfriends Chat on the podcast, and then Educating Our Own. All these resources are to support, affirm, strengthen, empower, and just herald that we are here. And I pray, my prayer is that as now we have interviewed Mariana in Indianapolis, she's my first person in Indianapolis, that someone else will see this interview and be like, okay, I got another sister, connected. I can connect with her in Indianapolis. So it's all about networking, connecting, and building this village and letting each other know that we're here and we're homeschooling and we're in the throngs of it as well. Okay. All right. So girlfriends, let me leave you with this to chew on. As always, remember that to teach a child is to touch a life. And as we homeschool, we not only touch a life, we shape the future through our efforts of homeschooling. So keep making that positive impact day after day and year after year. It will be worth it. Through the thick and thin, through the learning, through the growing, through the stretching, and through the impatience and the patience that we're getting, like Mariana said, it's going to be worth it. Educating our own, okay? All right, well, thank you, girlfriends. Until next time, I see you on Friday. And thanks again, Mariana. You're great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, until next time, girlfriends, take care. Peace.